The man you're looking at is 56-year-old Stephen Groves. For 2 whole years, Groves has been harassing his disabled neighbor Stephen Persad and his caretakers. The harassment has been caught on Persad's Ring Doorbell camera multiple times. In some clips, he's seen taking a screwdriver to the device trying to clip its wires. In another clip, he's seen scrawling on the lens with a marker to no effect. And in these instances, whacking the device with a hammer or broom handle.
Holy shit! Why?
The reason behind the man's attacks on his neighbor's property are unknown. Over the past 6 months, Groves has been convicted of 3 charges of harassment against Persad, and has been put on a curfew in order to pay compensation for damages to Persad's property. Stephen Persad's niece is terrified for her uncle, having stated this is affecting her mental health, and she's scared that Groves may have intentions to harm her uncle. The restraining order that was put into place is clearly having no effect, as Groves is still harassing Persad. On top of the restraining order, Groves has been put on an electric tag for the better part of a year, and was also ordered 20 weeks of rehabilitation. Police don't seem to be able or willing to do anything more to help, considering this has already been taken to court, and Groves has been convicted multiple times, leaving Persad in a very vulnerable spot. Crazy can be seen in this man's eyes, and it's understandable for Persad and his niece to be losing sleep over this, as this is a clearly dangerous, unstable man who may escalate from just attacking Persad's property to actually attacking him. This next video was—
I can't believe the police won't do anything else. Really? So he broke a restraining order, broke that bracelet or whatever that fucking thing is, and they still won't do anything? That's ridiculous. What the fuck? How can they not do anything? Crazy.
Was recorded in an unknown area at a late hour in the night. 2 hooded, suspicious-looking individuals, one wearing a mask, approach a man's front door, and when he answers, the woman pretends that her car broke down and she needs to borrow a phone.
Hello, do y'all have a phone I can use? My car broke down, and y'all's the only one that got a light on.
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
Holy fuck.
The man's first mistake is opening the door at this hour to 2 hooded individuals.
Oh yeah.
Being that his Ring camera would have allowed him to check who's at the door before opening it. Instead of opening the door, if he felt the need to respond to the people at his front door, he could have and should have used the voice feature on his Ring device to ask who they were and what they need. Instead, the man opens the door, and while admittedly he knew better than to agree to let them use a phone,
We don't.
You don't?
Sorry.
opening the door in the first place was a mistake, as the man in the yellow hoodie and mask took the opportunity to rush the door with a gun after taking one last look to the right to check for witnesses. Luckily, the homeowner slammed the door shut just in time, and the 2 would-be assailants fled the scene. In this case, the homeowner saved himself from robbery and danger just by the skin of his teeth, and hopefully learned to check who's at his door before answering.
I'm gonna get a dude. I'm gonna get a
If you've
Ring
seen any of my
camera.
other videos about doorbell camera footage, then you'd know the importance of checking your surroundings before unlocking and opening your door, especially depending on the area in which you live. In this video taken by the Ring Doorbell camera of TikToker Jojo Ramirez, you see just how close she and her child were from danger, and how the only thing between her and a creepy man was her front door, which she locked with only seconds to spare.
I've seen this one on another one.
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower. Please, Daniel.
That's so weird, man. That's so weird.
Get out of here! There's a guy outside. Look.
What makes this scary is that it shows how most of us in our day-to-day lives fail to realize how at any moment your life could be put in danger by someone else. In this case, JoJo had picked up her child and they were just getting home, having a typical mother-son argument of sorts. You can hear her son Daniel complain that he's tired, and JoJo responds, "I need you to shower really fast."
Go shower really fast. I need you to go shower.
A normal moment in which a mother would have her guard down in the assumed safety of her own property. The creepy man at the front door then tries the door handle, alerting JoJo that someone was at the front door, and you can hear her respond in an alarmed voice, "Who is that? Get out of here."
Who is that? Get out of here!
She then exclaims to her son, "There's a guy outside, look."
There's a guy outside. Look.
As JoJo shouts for him to leave, he backs up, but boldly continues firmly standing in front of the door with his haunting blank expression,
Dude, that's
not
so
saying
weird.
a word. The man came out of nowhere so quickly that it could be that he was following them for a while.
He's gotta be
or
on
perhaps
drugs,
was
man.
waiting for them to return. It's anybody's guess what would have happened if the door wasn't locked in time, but a pretty strong assumption would be the man was after Daniel, JoJo's young son. This footage was viewer submitted, and it was taken by their Ring Doorbell in a nice, otherwise quiet neighborhood in the
Yeah, that
Netherlands.
looks pretty nice, actually.
The viewer was in bed on an ordinary night when he heard noises on the roof. Thinking it could have been an animal,
On
he
the
ignored
roof?
it and went to sleep. The next morning, this was the footage he found after seeing the notifications from his Ring Doorbell from the night before. In the video are 3, maybe 4 young men trespassing on his property, 2 of them climbing the roof, while the other of the 3 who were visible, whispering to 1 or more people out of view of the camera. Luckily, this was a cold night and all the windows in the house were closed, because it was clear they were trying to burglarize the house when scratch marks were found on 2 of the upstairs windows, as if someone was attempting to lift them open. Given that there were 3 or 4 of them, they could have posed a serious threat if they were to have entered the home. After viewing the video, the viewer made sure to keep his windows all locked the following nights, and a few nights later, he woke up to the sound of someone attempting to open a downstairs window, this time not caught by the Ring camera. The footage was submitted to the police in hopes that they could identify them based on their faces. I was asked to blur their faces by the viewer, just so that if any of the perpetrators were to see this video, they wouldn't come back to the house again for any type of revenge. This one is perhaps one of the simpler yet scarier clips caught by a doorbell camera, despite how quick it is. Not many details are known, like
Anybody comes in my house, dude, and tries to attack me, I will fucking kill you. I'm not even kidding. I will fucking kill you and I won't feel bad. I will have no problem killing someone if I'm defending myself in my own fucking house. Like, I have so much respect for other people's property, dude. I won't even, like, go in somebody's house. I won't even get in their fucking car unless, like, I really know you or, like, unless you invite me in or something, man. Like, I won't even go, like, in another room unless you invite me. I don't fuck with people's personal shit. Like, I'm not trying to get in any type of fight with you or any legal aspect or anything like that. I am very much happy in my life and I want to keep it that way. And I don't care what you do as long as it's legal and consensual and all that shit. I don't give a fuck, man. If a chatter broke in, would you kill them with kisses?
this took place, but this was uploaded by the neighbor of the owner of the Ring camera. In the video, we see in the dead of night a masked, young-looking man approach the front door of the house with a gun in his hand, stand there for only a few seconds, clearly contemplating what he was about to do, then backing out probably in fear and leaving. The owner of the house didn't know who this was, but this was probably a person working up to an armed robbery, possibly having his sights specifically on this house. Of course, without all the details, that's just speculation, and there could be a whole lot of other explanations as to what's going on here. However, regardless, the chances of this guy or any other person with a gun coming back shouldn't be taken lightly, and that kind of footage should be submitted to the police immediately.
Yo, that was good. That was a good video. That was good.